anybody that makes it to the league works incredibly hard to make it there. Why does it feel lately like the refs in the league take it lightly? Like why are some refs in the league that let their ego come before the game of basketball? And, I just feel like these kids have been working from 8 years old, 5 years old, looking at, Magic and Kobe and Jordan, and they're wanting to be the best basketball player possible. And it hurts me to know that our peers and our friends are working this hard, and sometimes the refs can just, and I'm not saying that they're like throwing games or they're even doing it on purpose, but sometimes it's like, as a professional, you calling the game, like, let's get it correct, instead of, I feel like sometimes they let their ego get in there where, they're trying to enforce like who they are as a ref, and it's like they can take guys out of their game and take guys out of the game because of, the powers that they may have. What's your thoughts on?
Well, I mean, first off and foremost, sports is entertainment, and it's and we all gotta know that too. Like, once you get to a certain point of sport, it becomes entertainment. And one thing we have to realize too is these everyone has an ego, including the refs. And it's very rare that you meet someone who knows how to swallow their own ego, swallow their pride.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's what's going on with the refs, but you have to take that into accountability when you're talking about people. And when it comes to the refs, they're human too, just like humanity. Most of humans, in my opinion, in the world, you chase what's hot. You want to be around what's hot. You want to be able to associate yourself with what's in. Mm-hmm. So those same refs could be on Instagram seeing the highlights. They could be seeing who's leading and scoring. I think so. At the end of the day, naturally, instinctively, if they see John Morant or they see someone that's who's being pushed more so than the other guy, they're going to give them the benefit of the call. They're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And you can't fault them obviously for being human, but that's just how this works. And what I'm saying, like, there are times, obviously, this is a business too at the end of the day. So anything is possible. Anything is, there are many capabilities. But I do want to say there are great refs too. There are some refs who have great, who are respected, who have great reputations as well too. So, it's, no matter where you go, it's gonna be some good stuff and it's gonna be some bad stuff. It's just natural in life, whatever you're dealing with, especially when it comes to business and entertainment. There's gonna be some things you enjoy, there's gonna be some things you're just not really rocking with. And when it comes to refs, I think they fit that mold too. There's some refs who, are consistent and, really, you respect, and then there's some that's, just trash. Yeah, that's just normal. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm not even talking just basketball. I'm just talking about like just in general. Yeah. Like, I feel like they've gotten to a place where like the Super Bowl is coming up. It's the Eagles and the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they could potentially three-peat. I feel like the Eagles got a better team, but the Chiefs know how to win. And then we all know, like, in our private talks, the refs help them sometimes. It's like, it don't matter what barbershop you go to, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's such a thing that is laughable. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but bro, Saquon and Jalen, they serious over there.
Nah, they good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a serious thing where it's like, bro, they've been dreaming about this their whole life. Mm-hmm. And then you know what I mean? You gonna strip them of that. And it's like, I think all action has a reaction. And I think that they need to have some type of consequence that's sufficient enough for them to not want to do, you know what I mean? To incentivize them to not want to make bad calls. Because right now, you're a ref, you make a bad call,
There's no penalty.
It's all good.
There's
no penalty, no nothing.
There's a report
you
next
know,
day.
Yeah, there's a report.
Say, we missed the call.
You know, the fans might get
After
on
the
you
call
or
over.
whatever, but it's no real, like, players, you do something, it's a fine. You might not play the game. You know, the next day, there's consequences for the players.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see no consequences for the refs, and I think that it's time to kind of figure out, okay, what's appropriate? What's the appropriate fines for them? What's the appropriate suspensions for them? Should we make a strike program where it's, 3 strikes you out, 10 strikes you out, where it's like, man, strikes are like just calls that was just like, dog, that was clearly pass interference and you just didn't call it,
It's funny. I think refs would be open to that name. I think like it's a new time. Like the refs got social media. They got their own following. Like I know the ref that looked like Gucci Mane. He definitely got his own following.
He definitely got his own following.
I think my boy went to Purdue and everything. I know him real close. But I'm saying that to say, I think refs would be open to that and we would feel closer to you guys as players, and we would respect it more than if, unless, and this is just being devil advocate, unless there's other hands in the pot that's controlling what's going on to the degree of where we controlling narratives out here.
Right.
But if it's purely for the sport and for the love of the sport, I don't see why not. Why the refs wouldn't be like, okay, if it's something crucial and it's like, missing a goaltend in game 5 of the first round of the playoffs, you need to get fined for that. Mm-hmm. Just simple as that. Or you need to get a penalty, or you know what I'm saying, or something along the lines where, and if you get a certain amount of penalties, well then you can't ref in the finals. Mm-hmm. You can't be showcased as one of the great refs. That's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree.
Think about the players that have gotten so many fines and so many, the
NBA
don't want to. The NBA not going to want to showcase you as one of the greats or one of because you messing with business. Mm-hmm. You messing with the likeness of the NBA, and the same thing I think happens with the refs. So I think they will be down for it. I've met plenty of refs. They all good people. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that just probably has to be implemented.
And like you say, man, they definitely got social media.
Oh, they swags high now.
Yeah, they definitely have friends and family. And it's like, I even think they should take away the camera time. We don't need to know their names. We don't need to see them on cam.
Give them that. Give them that.
Give them that.
Let them rock out. Let them rock out.
That, man.
Let them get it, dog.
I think that just makes it worse, dog. I really do. I really think that some of them like being on that camera, and they know, okay, in order to be on that camera, I gotta make a bad call. I'm telling you, bro, that spotlight, that reaction, that yearn for validation, that shit is a beast.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a part of the game too, like a bad call and then the boos from the crowd and the crowd saying, "Ref, you suck." And it's a part of it too, which I don't think that's going. And fining them, it ain't gonna take away from that, bro, because they still gonna call shitty calls regardless, bro. So. I think that.
But that's why the strikes is like, you get 10 and you gone. You know what I mean? Like, gotta be something. Where it's like, okay,
or at least like if
it's
a number of they should have. I mean, and they got refs that are watching them ref the games back in New York, and then like if there's a call that they don't come to an agreement with, then they'll go back. They'll go back to New York. But I feel like, those same refs that are in New York should critique the games too. And if there are games where you have a certain amount of missed calls, then that's a strike. And then
there you go.
And then obviously as it acquires over time, you see if they get a certain amount of strikes, 10, 20 strikes in a then you got to question if it's more than 20, then you got to question whether they need to be doing the job.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they will after this show.
Yeah, I mean, because we are. It depends, but I think we're all wanting the integrity of the game to be intact. All of us, like refs, the executives, the fans, everybody. The players. I think it's in the best interest of the game to keep the integrity intact.
I feel you on that, especially from the fan standpoint.
Correct,
Because the fan, they don't want it to be a business.
No, they want to.
They
want to
be
watch a pure
game.
basketball game.
Exactly. They don't look at it like it's a business. They look at it like, and without the fans, what is sport?
It's nothing.
We seen that. We seen that
during COVID.
We seen that. So the fan wanted to be their favorite team, playing a man's favorite team, and we want our favorite team to win. It's not, it don't have nothing to do with, the ratings to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care nothing about that. They want their favorite team and their favorite players to win. That's pretty much it. So
for sure.
That.